Come on, bud. There we go.
Beneath the bare trees at Sandy Point State Park, a search is underway for a missing person. Buck, a 2-year-old German shepherd, darts through the forest, following his nose to success.
Good boy!
This game of hide and seek is a training exercise, part of an 8-week course designed to groom the next cohort of canines for the Maryland Natural Resources Police Special Operations Division.
Stay.
Our canine unit specializes in tracking of people, evidence recovery, and wildlife detection.
Did you see her?
These dogs are very unique.
Sergeant April Sharpetta leads the unit.
These dogs can go and smell into areas where we cannot easily go. The dogs are very agile. They are able to hop up on things, move around things. They definitely can maneuver through the woods, briars, sand, water, muck, whatever, and they enjoy it.
Hidden deer meat simulates real-life scenarios, searching for evidence of illegal hunting or poaching.
So we are hiding parts of white-tailed deer. We're gonna have the dogs search the area and locate where they're at.
All right, too high.
Ken Mathias was brought in to work with this new group of canine cadets and their handlers, sharing his 4 decades of experience in law enforcement and dog training.
Here you go, tap.
The important part is making sure that the right handler is placed with the correct dog.
Yes, good boy. Good boy.
You are
bud.
taking 2 living things and getting them to mesh and work together. That's the challenging part.
During another test, Officer Brian Walter works with his new partner, a Dutch Malinois named Jazzy, to scour the underbrush and locate a hidden rifle.
Our world is all visual. The dog that we choose for this world is all odor recognition.
But having a nose for the job is only part of the qualification.
See it? I do. Excellent. Good
A lot of
girl.
them really have a drive inside them, and they want to show off their abilities.
A quality shared by the officers tested and accepted into the unit as well.
Good.
What we look for is somebody that's driven, that wants to be able to use those dogs, go out, look for calls. The dogs make things a lot faster for us. In years past, if somebody had a missing article with human scent on it in a natural area, or missing shell casing, anything like that, we would line up teams of people to go look for it. Now we can run a dog in a quarter of the time, if not less.
It saves taxpayers dollars, but it also saves lives. So if you're looking for the missing child, a dog has a much better shot at finding them than a whole herd of humans.
Yes, good girl, Jazzy.
Ken's primary training tool, positive reinforcement, for dogs and humans.
Perfect, Brian. You did good.
She was focused on.
Everything travels down the leash to the dog. So our objective is to make sure that the handlers enjoy it, and when the handlers enjoy it, the dog enjoys it. When both enjoy it, that yields success, which ultimately builds confidence from the handler in the dog.
The dogs live in the handler's home, but they're not pets. They're partners in work and life.
The bond that these handlers will have, especially over time, is the dogs are part of the family.
Sergeant Sharpetta understands that well after 20 years working with dogs herself.
There you go.
The last 8
you
with
go.
10-year-old Badger.
They definitely pick up on all of our cues very quickly.
Good boy.
He knows when I'm upset. He knows when I'm happy.
Good boy.
He knows when I put the sirens on that something serious is happening.
Badger's service, though, is coming to a close.
He isn't running as fast as these new dogs are, and he's battling a few illnesses. He still enjoys work, but he's going to be retiring soon.
A bittersweet moment for sure. But as one career ends, others are just starting out.
It's exciting for me to have other people get to experience what this is like, because there's nothing like working a dog.
A message Ken shares with everyone at graduation.
As a canine handler, you have the best job in law enforcement. You ride around with your best friend in the car. And at the end of the day, you go home with your best friend and you get paid to do it.
The new K-9 teams will headquarter across the state, but each could be called on anywhere a need arises. Just months on the job now, and Brian and Jazzy have successfully sniffed out discarded firearms, a hidden burglar, and helped locate a lost child. They remain ready to respond 24/7.
She is always on, all the time. It doesn't matter what she's doing. She always wants to do something. She knows that if my uniform comes out of the closet, then she gets to go do something. And for her, everything's a game. She doesn't think of it as work.
But of course, it is work, and critically important too. And so with his police radio always on, Brian listens for any opportunity to lend a hand and paw.
As the days go on and the calls come in, it is more exciting every day because you don't know what you're going to get into from the time that you sign on your shift.
First thing this summer morning, the Harford County Sheriff's Office asks Brian for assistance during the search for a missing person. An elderly man thought to be wandering these woods behind a local church.
Right now we have an 80-year-old dementia patient that walked off from a private residence about 10 o'clock last night. We found the gentleman's hat over here by the building here, so that's going to start our last known position of him.
Once deployed, Jazzy rushes into the forest, combing the ground for clues.
Jazz used a scent article for the point last known. She tracked into the woods to start the track of the direction of travel where the gentleman went.
Soon, the 80-year-old grandfather safely emerges from the forest, and the authorities provide the necessary assistance. While Jazzy didn't find him, she did confirm his direction, earning the respect, admiration, and continued devotion of her partner, Brian.
I never knew what dogs were capable of and how much they can benefit law enforcement, whether it's the search and rescue side or it's the police work side. When Jazz completes a task, it's the most rewarding thing of this job, having the dog be excited, knowing that she did well. I hope that we can continue training together and she gets better every day and that we're able to help the people of Maryland.